Hi everybody, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see today, I'm in a new location. I'm actually on the beautiful Greek island of Paros. So while I've been exploring, I still wanted to keep up with my tarot readings, right? So I figured, why not do it here? I mean, it's a beautiful location, the energy is amazing. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired, just to warn you. I've had pretty much like 2 hours sleep, had a very early ferry over this morning. So yeah, sorry if I don't make sense, but I will do my best. Okay, so this is the love reading for the sign of Sagittarius, right? And just before I begin, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my tarot videos. Like, it means the world to me, right? Especially as my channel is so new, and there are some amazing readers online, so I appreciate every single person that takes the time to have a look at my videos, okay? So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, because I have so many more readings coming in the very near future. And yeah, I just hope you enjoy it. So let's get stuck in then. So we're going to be looking at yourself and your love interest or partner or spouse, and what it is that's going on for you at this time. Because with with Libra season, okay, now's a very good time to look at our communications, look at our connections, and try and establish a sense of harmony. Try and bridge the gaps, and fix the areas that have some kind of where there's imbalance in some way, okay, and create harmony in all aspects of our life, particularly when it comes to our relationships, okay. So now's a really good time to look at this, actually. So let's get stuck in, shall we? So what I want to know first of all for you, Sagittarius, is what's going on with you, right? So what is it that you actually are looking for? What is your desire at this time? Way too many cards. I just need one. At this point, I just need one. Well, there we go. Thank you. So, 5 of Cups in reverse. So, okay, let me just pull the others first, because this is what I did previously. So, I'm going to stick with the same rhythm. And what about what it is that you are feeling in regards to this connection? And what it is that you're manifesting? Okay. So, as I was saying, in regards to your desires, you've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you've probably been feeling quite lonely. Those of you that are single, I feel like you've been feeling very lonely and you don't want that anymore. You're ready to connect with someone romantically. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like you want to get closer to this person, right? That in some ways you've been feeling, you're feeling like you're not getting that emotional abundance from them. Like, you feel like you're not getting attention and affection from this person, or at least not to the extent that you require or you desire, right? So that's what I feel like here. I feel like this is very much to do with loneliness and trying to overcome that in some way, and regardless of your situation. So you may be feeling kind of like your person is emotionally detached, or if you're single, you just don't want to be anymore. You want to have that emotional connection with someone, and there probably is someone that you really want that with at this point, I feel. Or if there isn't someone you've met yet, there will be someone that you will want that connection with. But right now, in general, you're just looking for that, okay? So in the position of your emotions, you've got the Devil in reverse. So I think you know that this energy is somewhat deceptive, that it's illusionary, because I think that if you are in a relationship, this person is there for you. They do care about you, and they do try and show it. But it may be that because of how you're feeling in general, that you're not seeing things clearly, that you're not fully appreciating what it is that this person offers, right? So it could be that you're contending with depression, anxiety, things like that, and that's clouding your judgment or your perception of how this person is around you. Or it could be that you're longing for something, particularly if you're single. If you're longing for that connection, is detracting you from really giving yourself the love that you need right now, the nurturing you should be pouring into yourself, because you're not ready to pour into someone yet. You need to pour that energy back into yourself first, right? So take it however it applies. It's going to be different for different people. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. This isn't your reading. You can check out one of the other signs, because depending on where you're watching your reading from in your natal chart, one of the other signs are going to be relevant in regards to your moon, sun, or rising. Okay, so just take it however it applies. Have a look at the other videos, or carry on watching, because there may be more to this than what meets the eye. Okay, so in the position of what it is you're trying to manifest, you got the 5 of Wands in reverse. So you're I feel like you're trying to create change, right? You're beckoning the winds of change, right? To change things up, to bring that passion back into your life, because I think you feel very lackluster on that level, like there is no passion at this current time for you. So you're really trying to summon that, particularly because you are a fire sign, right? So that energy is at your core. So when you feel like you're depleted in that, that's going to make you feel somewhat depressed or very sad, or just low esteem, right? So I feel like you are trying to get that spark back into your life in some way, because you've lost it somewhere along the way. I feel that's what you're feeling, right? That you've lost it along the way somewhere, and you're trying to find it again, right? So let's clarify everything's coming out. Okay, I'll take them all. So to clarify the 5 of Cups in reverse, we got the 2 of Wands in reverse, we've got the Fool, and we've got the 9 of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot going on there, but just to make this easy on us, let's go with these first, right? So you're looking for this, right? Let me put this here. There we go. This is where you are right now. You are looking for this, okay? So it may be that, like I said, for those of you that are single, you're really seeking this, right? You may not have found the person that you think you can have this with. Maybe you have. But either way, you are really looking for this. Like, you want the emotional fulfillment. You want the long-term commitment. You want the one, right? Not that I believe that there's only one person that's suitable for you out there, but, in your eyes, you want that perfect person. You want to find someone who is a good match for you, right? The perfect match for you, okay? So you're not settling for anything less than that, I feel, at this time, Sagittarius, because you're done with feeling emotionally unfulfilled, right? You're done with feeling lonely. You want that connection. For those of you that are in a relationship, long-term, short-term, or in a marriage even, it may be that you're still feeling like that emotional abundance that you once had is not there. So you want to try and revigorate that some way, bring that passion back, yeah? So you're looking for ways to try and make that happen. You're exploring your adventurous side, and maybe looking into areas of your life that you wouldn't normally. This could be very much on I'm not gonna lie, I feel like for some of you, particularly who've been in long marriages, you're looking to spice things up in the bedroom. I'm just saying, right? Like, that's what's coming across. Like, because things have got a bit stale, the passion's kind of been lost a little bit. You're looking for ways to heat things up again. So you're getting a little bit risque, right? But not in a bad way, but you're just considering possibilities of how you can revigorate things, right, in your sex life. For others of you, it would be just a case of you're feeling alone. You feel like maybe that person isn't as emotionally available to you right now. Could be because of other commitments that they have, work, kids, things like that. But you really ought to communicate that, or rather than, just say, hey, you're not here for me anymore. That's not the way to go. I just mean communicate like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we did more of this? Or, I feel like we need more time to ourselves, don't you? Like when we plan something, you know, do it in a positive way. If you just complain about like, oh, you're never here anymore, oh, you know, I don't have that affection from you anymore, that's going to push the person away, okay? Find solutions, not problems. That's my advice there. Okay. And then with the 2 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Wands in reverse, yeah, that you're feeling the lack of connection, right? You're feeling like you're not even sure if this is what the person wants anymore, I think. Because you've been feeling this for some time and you don't see any change, right? So you're worried that this person isn't, their heart's not in it anymore. The passion, the enthusiasm for the relationship has, you know, filtered out. It's just drained. But I don't feel that's necessarily the case. There's nothing yet that says that is so, but we'll look at what's going on with the other person in just a moment. But for those of you that haven't, are not in a relationship and haven't met this person, it could be that you're just you're kind of done just hanging around and waiting for things to happen, right? For this person to come in. You're like, how long am I going to be single for? How long am I going to have to wait for this person to arrive, right? I see people pairing up all the time. Why is this not happening for me, right? And for those of you who have your eye on someone, you're like, how can I make this happen? Like, how can I initiate this connection? Because, you know, I can tell that there's some connection there is some interest on some level, but I can't seem to, you know, kick things off, right? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Okay, so what about, why is everything I swear, the cards just want to fly out. And we'll have a look then in regards to your emotions, your feelings, the Devil in reverse. Okay, so you got the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the 8 of Wands. So yeah, again, like as I said, the Devil in reverse, that represents illusion. Things are not what they seem, right? And that's confirmed by the Hanged Man, you know? You have to change your perception because that's giving you a false representation on things, okay? So you have to look at it from a different lens, right? So that's why I feel like maybe some of you are battling depression or anxiety, particularly with that feeling of loneliness or complex PTSD, something on that level, where you have these abandonment issues and you're scared to death that this person is going to do just that because you've been through it, yeah? And then with the Hierophant as well, you know, trust, have more faith, right? Have more trust in the connection. Have more faith in the universe, that it is trying to guide you towards something better, yeah? And then with the 8 of Wands in reverse, like, yes, I know that there's been complicated relationships for you in the past. Yes, I know you've had obstacles to face in regards to connections you've had in friends, family, relationships, but it's not always going to be the same. Not every situation is the same, so don't compare it so much to the situations you've been in before, because this isn't the same, okay? So that's what's being communicated there. If you haven't met this person, then again, it's saying don't give up hope, because there is someone out there that's going to show you something completely new, okay? All right then, and what about the 5 of Wands in reverse? Okay, thanking you. So we've got the Magician in reverse and the Strength card in reverse, right? So yeah, you're looking to change this, right? This is what you're trying to manifest. But you're not being an active participant at this point. Manifestation, that is very much Magician energy, right? But you're in the reverse because you're not taking the initiative. You just know what you want, but you're not acting upon it. You're not bringing yourself to that level of resonance where, you know, you can actively change this connection that you have, or the connection you're looking for, right? You have to, in order to attract it, you have to embody it, right? So that's why it's so important, as I was saying before, that you do the healing, you do the inner work. And, you know, if you are battling anxiety, depression, or PTSD, complex PTSD especially, you really need to do the work. You need to give yourself time. You need to look at those aspects and the things that trigger it, where it began, and just slowly start to heal that within yourself before you try and enter a serious commitment, or if you're already in one, you need to do that work as well. Don't put so much emphasis on the other person getting things right. You have to get right within yourself, okay? So you focus on that, and the person will come in and support you, I believe, okay? It's going to take strength, right? You may be feeling very vulnerable right now, and that's the energy I get from this loneliness and lack and vulnerability and sensitivity, and kind of there is a little bit of victim mentality here. I'm not gonna lie, there is a little bit of that, and that's not a dig at you. That's just the energy that's presenting itself. But you know, you can get out of that. You just have to be willing to change your perspective. You have to do the work. You know, entertain the idea that you may be wrong. Okay, entertain the idea that you may be looking at it from the wrong lens, right? So look at your options, look at possibilities, really start weighing them, you know. Detach yourself from your perception as much as you can and try and look at it more objectively, okay? All right then, so let's have a look at the person then, the other person you're dealing with. So this individual that's either going to come in or is already in their life, what is it that they want? What is their desire? Okay. 9 of Cups. They want to bring about the end of a cycle. They've probably been through some emotional trauma themselves, right? And they're trying to really close that chapter for good, I feel. They've probably been through a lot. They've been through probably maybe like emotional baggage is an understatement. They may have been through a lot of emotional abuse at the hands of previous partners, through their family members, through so-called friends, work colleagues. I feel like they've had to deal with a lot emotionally, and that's why they're not necessarily going to be able to pour into you at this time, because they're still healing themselves, or they just kind of, they feel like you're demanding so much of them and they just can't give it because they are not feeling full themselves, and that's what they're wanting. They're wanting to replenish their own supply so they can pour into you, right? But they can't do that if all of their cups are spilling out, right? And that's why I feel like there's too many emotions that are just spilling out all over the place because they're not taking the time to do their own healing work right now, okay? If this is someone that you haven't met yet that's coming in, they've got a lot of healing work to do first. So they may not approach you immediately. You may come into contact with them and you may feel like, you know, sparks are flying, but why are we not moving forward? It's for that reason, because they want to heal whatever this baggage is first before they get into something serious with you, okay? So just be aware of that they've probably got some things to deal with from, you know, situations previously or a situation they've just come out of, okay? So let's have a look then in regards to what it is they're feeling. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Cups. So yeah, I feel like they have been through a lot, and that's why they're not necessarily seeing you coming in and saying, look, I want to give you my love, but I need to feel it back. And you know, they might not be you know, emotionally they might not be aware or there, and that's because they're still in this space of needing deep healing, right? So that they can feel stable emotionally and be able to pour back into the relationship, okay? So that's why it's not that they don't see you, it's not that they don't care, it's just at the moment they're kind of blinded by their own baggage, their own inner turmoil right now, the things that need healing within themselves, okay? Okay, straight away they just came popping out. And I was going to say in the position of what it is they're manifesting. You got the Fool in reverse. So they're not ready to move forward, as I was saying. because they've still got some issues here to deal with, okay? So you have to take that into account as well, especially if they communicate that, right? If they make it clear what's going on with them and that they need time to work through it, you have to accept that, okay? Because this is the most important thing for everybody, is to do the inner work, okay? No one can ask anyone to put that on hold, okay? Okay, so let's just clarify then what their desires are, the Nine of Cups. I'm just going to clarify all three cards, actually, just to make life easier and quicker. Alright, thank you. So, with the Nine of Cups, we got the Judgment in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. So part of the reason why they've got a lot of baggage and why there's a lot of work to be done is because they haven't begun the process, right? So they've probably just coming to the realization that they can't bury these things anymore, and that they keep resurfacing and repeating, and they're repeating the same lessons because they're not listening to the message. They're not hearing you know, the lesson itself, in that you will continue to be in these kind of cycles and relationships if you don't work on this, if you don't heal this, if you don't change how you approach this, right? So that's why, because they're denying themselves the chance to heal. So they're just being brought these lessons over and over and over. So in regards to the Four of Cups here and the position of their emotions, they got the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. So I feel like they probably have had to deal with, like I said, I think they had to deal with emotional abuse, but I think they also had probably someone who's not very narcissistic, who's done a number on them, probably cheated on them also multiple times. So there's a lot of scar tissue there in regards to relationships, because they've been through a lot with their previous relationships, or it could be just one specific relationship, but it took its toll. And, you know, they're still having to recover from the loss and, you know, the lack of trust and the, you know, the low self-esteem and all of these kind of things, all the negative things that usually come out of abusive relationships or toxic relationships, yeah? It doesn't have to necessarily be abusive, but there was a lot of negativity, I feel, within the realm of their relationships, or at least one of them. And they're having to heal a lot of that trauma, right? So in the position of their what they're manifesting, you've got the, as I said, the Fool in reverse, and clarified by the Six of Cups in reverse and the King of Cups. So they are wanting this connection, like they are wanting emotional, someone who's emotionally very stable, very grounded, has excellent emotional intelligence, can understand and empathize with what this person has been through and give them the emotional support they need, but is also very loving, very nurturing, very attentive, right? This is all what they're looking for within a person, but what they're worried about is the fact that they don't have the ability to give those things at this moment. Even though they want to, that is what they want, they are not able to give that right now. So they feel like they're going to lose this person because of that. Okay, so if this is someone that you're with, you're going to have to be very, if you really want this relationship to work with this person, you're going to have to take it slow and really give them the time and the space to do this inner work, and be very patient and not apply any pressure, right? Try and do little fun things together to, you know, bring them out of their shell more, and to show them that relationships can be very beautiful, right? But if you're just like whining and saying, oh, you're not there for me, oh, you're not doing this and you're doing that, that just feeds back into the negativity they've always known, right? So that's not going to help, and that's going to push them away. Try and put a positive spin on it, and just be very, very patient. If this is not someone you've met yet, you have to be aware of these things, because you are going to want to be with them, but you're going to have to take your time, and you're going to have to be very, very aware of what it is they're going through and how they're feeling, and be very empathic with how you deal with this person, okay? Alright, and then let's just pull a card in regards to the overall outcome. And we'll clarify it. Okay, so you got the Four of Swords, patience, you know, healing needs to take place, so be patient. You know, there's still some obstacles that need to be addressed, and if you don't take the time to do so, it's going to cause more pain. Alright? So exercise patience, heal yourself, allow this person to heal, and things will slowly come together. Alright? Any other parting messages, words of wisdom? Okay, Three of Wands. So, yeah, you need to be a support, right? For yourself and for this person, and vice versa. Support one another through it. Okay, don't put any pressure, just support. And if you need, you know, you have others in your life, if you need that extra support, then, you know, go for it. You know, communicate that. Or even getting professional support if you need it. If you need professional counseling, therapy, you know, anything of that nature, then go after it, because that will help you, okay? And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So that's the thing, you have so much abundance, I feel, coming your way, but until you address this, you won't even see it when it arrives. And same for the other person. So the advice is to really do this work. Take the time, don't rush it, do the work. And you will see some really beautiful changes, right? In how you perceive yourselves, each other, the world in general, and your connection, right? So don't worry, hope is not lost, right? Things will move in such a beautiful, positive way, providing, you know, you do the work and you exercise patience. All right, so that's your reading for your regards to you and your love interest, Sagittarius. I hope that made sense. Like I said, I am tired as hell, so bear with me. As you can see, I've got bags on my bags. So yeah, I hope that was useful. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will do another reading with you very soon. So take care for now.